Thank you so much, Amanda. And hello, everyone. Greetings from a very snowy New York City today. But I'm so excited you got to join us on today's call. I just wanted to give you a few highlights going into 2018 and what we have happening throughout the year, and just give you some fun facts and details about the New York edition. So I'll go ahead and get started. Really, I always say one of our key selling features is going to be our location. As you all know, the island of Manhattan, it's a very small island, but we sit truly in the center of the city, right in Madison Square Park area. So if you're familiar with Gramercy Park, it's a very residential area of Manhattan. And what I love about that is it gives the New York edition a little piece of, I'd like to think, New York heaven, and it's very quaint, sophisticated. And some of the best restaurants really sit in this area on 24th and Park Avenue. I always say if you want to experience New York like a New Yorker, this is hands down the best place of Manhattan to stay in. So I like this slide because it kind of gives a few of the views of our hotel. If you look at that center photo, that tall white building, that's going to be our hotel. We are 41 floors and 273 rooms. If you look down at that lower left photo, what you're going to notice is the views that we have from our hotel are spectacular. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to see from the outside of Madison Square Park looking up at our hotel. Once you enter the building, what I like to point out is it does feel very apartment-like, very residential, and it kind of goes in with that Gramercy Park area and our location. We wanted to embody the area of New York. So by day, people are drinking their coffee, and in the evening, people are having their cocktails. So it gets very buzzy in the evening. However, I always like to describe our lobby as very sophisticated throughout the evening. This fireplace is the first thing you're going to see whenever you walk into the New York edition. I always say that it was put there with intent, and it was definitely put there with intent because you get out of the craziness of the city, walk in, and you can just de-stress and sit in that very residential, cozy lobby that we have. This actually has a great story to it. So Ian Schrager is our designer of the New York edition and all edition hotels that are open now and going to be open in 2018. But this actually is one art piece that we have, an art design in the hotel. It's a beautiful staircase that goes up to the Clock Tower restaurant, and this piece is actually worth $800,000. If you're involved in social media at all, I always say go look us up on Instagram, and this staircase is probably one of our most photographed pieces. So it's just a fun little element of the hotel when people are checking in and checking out. Speaking of the Clock Tower, we have exciting news for 2018. We actually received a Michelin star this year. Obviously, we're insanely thrilled about that. Jason Atherton is our chef. He comes from the UK. He is a celebrity chef, specifically in Europe, but this is his first restaurant in New York City or in the United States, and he's obviously made a huge splash here. So we're really excited about him having this Michelin star. Not only that, but your Virtuoso guests get to experience this restaurant with their food, with their breakfast credit every day in the Clock Tower restaurant. The ambiance is unbelievable. I always say this space is one of the showstoppers of the hotel. When you walk into this space, you're going to notice that it's a throwback. It feels like the 1920s in New York. What I failed to mention in the beginning is our building was actually built in 1909 as the Metropolitan Life Insurance Building. With that being said, this space was the office of the CEO of the MetLife in 1909. It is completely landmarked by the city, and the space is just very, very unique. And I always like to say, if you want to sit, have a nice, quiet meal, or in the evening it gets a little bit buzzy, but it's just quite stunning. Each room has these beautiful photographs all over the wall, so it's a lot of fun and interesting to look up on the walls. We actually have a booklet of every photo and what each photo is and who's in the pictures. We do a lot of private events here too, where if you have someone that is here for a special occasion and they want to block off the space, we have a great relationship with Jason Atherton and his team, so we can always make something happen for you there. Also, if you need reservations, as you know, it's New York City. We are able to help you with reservations here at the restaurant. always please reach out and let me know. It's appreciated. You can reach out to me as soon as you make your booking, but I would suggest you do that as soon as you can because it does get very busy. Connected to the restaurant, we have our billiards room. Our billiards room is a lot of fun. All of Ian Schrager's Edition hotels right now actually have a pool table. I love this element because this room is actually connected to our gold bar, which I'll get to next. But I like this element because imagine having your beautiful cocktail made by the awesome mixologists we have at the Edition, and then going and playing a round of pool throughout the evening at the hotel. One feature I love about this room is that light fixture was actually the original light fixture from 1909. We had restored it, and it has been landmarked by the city, and I think it's quite beautiful and goes really well with the room. As I mentioned, the Gold Bar. Some of you probably have heard about the Gold Bar because we actually won Best Bar at Virtuoso Travel Week 2 years ago. So that's an insanely exciting accolade for us to have, being that there's so many amazing bars in the Virtuoso network. So our cozy little Gold Bar won a couple of years ago, and I always say go to the Gold Bar, have a drink, think again 1920s throwback, and have a cold Manhattan, and then go downstairs and people watch. I always think our lobby is really fun to people watch and have a drink and some appetizers in the lobby bar. Once you eat and drink yourself through the New York Edition, then we can get up to our room categories. As I mentioned, we have 273 rooms. Our rooms are going to start around 300 square feet. We will always do upgrade at time of booking if you call in advance, and depending on what our availability looks like, but typically, especially this time of year, it's very easy for us to do upgrades. I really urge you to call myself or anyone here at the hotel to really help you make sure your guest gets that gorgeous experience, but with also a larger room. So this room is going to be around 300 square feet. Those ceilings that you see, those are actually scallop ceilings that are original as well. I love that they're 13 feet high. The reason this is so nice, think most hotels you check into in New York City, you're going to get into a room, it's going to be a small room, the natural light isn't the best, but then you open the window and you have another building right next to you. This gives us an element of nice, airy space, but also allows for that gorgeous natural light. This is going to be one of our deluxe room categories. Unfortunately, I wish I had a photo of the bathroom here. Ladies, the bathroom in this room is spectacular. It's quite large. But again, this room is actually a view of downtown Manhattan overlooking One World Trade. I love the downtown rooms. Most people love Empire State Building views, but I always say the downtown views are very cool, quintessential New York. You see all those old water towers on top of the building, which I think are beautiful. But you can always request. Listen, us having 273 rooms, every one of our rooms has a view of something. I will make sure they have this quintessential New York experience with their view. And this actually kind of goes hand in hand with that. This is one of our rooms with the Empire State Building view. If you notice too around the headboard that it's a dimly lit light, everything in our room, the lighting is unbelievable. Not only the natural light, but the lighting just that we have installed throughout the hotel. Before I get to the suites, I also wanted to note that we have 81 connecting rooms. So any one of you that are booking those families coming in, this area and the location is really, really special for families. The park is right next door. Then we have the Kids Museum, the Lego store, and those 81 connecting rooms, I can guarantee at time of booking, and all different configurations. Our loft room and above, we can actually throw a rollaway in the room as well, connected to another deluxe room. So any one of your families coming in, please think about us when you're booking New York City. So now we'll get into the suite categories a little bit. Our loft suites, I love these rooms. These rooms are going to be anywhere from 500 square feet to about 575. Again, these rooms have connecting rooms, really fantastic for families because they sit on the corner of the building, which gives even more, well, even additional natural light because you have a side view of the Flatiron Building as well as downtown or uptown, just whichever is preferable to the guests. And then our Madison Suite. These rooms are going to be around 680 square feet. We only have 2 of these rooms. So I suggest to, when you do book these rooms, please call me, because one is that downtown view, one is uptown view. So you have to let me know as soon as you book so I can hard block for you or for your client whenever they arrive. And then our Park Suite, which is larger than my New York City apartment. This is going to be 866 square feet to be exact. And this is just the sitting area space. One fantastic thing about this room too, it also connects to another room, a loft room, which is also very large. So for that family that's coming in with another group and they want to all have a close area together, this is the perfect space for them. Each floor only has around 8 rooms per floor, so for that intimate experience, this would be a really nice choice for you. And this is the Park Suite bedroom here. And then we get to the penthouse. Our penthouse is 1,400 square feet. A unique quality about our penthouse, it's a wraparound penthouse, has downtown and uptown views, but not only that, it has 2 connecting rooms. So this is potentially a 3-bedroom penthouse. Don't get afraid if you look online and you see our penthouse rates, $10,000 a night, which a lot of times they are. We have 3 of these. I can always negotiate on these rates. So please think of us. Don't just look what's in the system. Always give me a ring, because, you know, I'm here to help you get the best deal that you can. So always call me in. I'm always willing to negotiate. Even if I can't do anything with the room rate, maybe I can put in a connector for you with no extra cost. So just please let me know. I'm always happy to do that. And these are the suite bathrooms. We have these beautiful rain showers with a nice soaking tub, but really gorgeous counter space. I travel with a lot of products, which I'm sure a lot of you do. So for me, our bathrooms are really conducive for my travel, my business travel, or for my leisure travel. So, and then just one of our views of the city, our Empire State Building view. Every time I go into one of our rooms, I take a photo from our room overlooking the skyline every single time, and I've been here for 3 years. It never gets old. So it's just a really unique product. But I wanted to remind you just some of our Virtuoso amenities that we have. We have our $100 hotel credit, an early check-in and check-out if available, but I always encourage you to call me right after you make that booking, because I can always make sure those notes are taken care of early on. And I always say the more I know, the more seamless the stay is for your client, and we want them to have the best experience they can. And I can't do that without you. We have a beautiful, amazing team here that can always help you throughout their stay as well. As far as the promotion, we have an offer for Virtuoso, which is buy 2 nights, get the 3rd night for free through March 31st. So I encourage you right now, with it being January in New York, you know, it's a little bit chillier. However, you're going to find that a lot of things in the city are on sale. So it's a great place. Right now, it's really great savings, and you get that 3rd night for free. I'm always here to help you and walk you through our room categories. But if you have any questions, please let me know. You can find anything that you need on virtuoso.com. All my information is there for you as well. But Amanda, I will throw it back to you, and you can let me know if any questions are asked.
Great. We do have some great questions that were asked throughout the presentation, but just a reminder, Virtuosos, if you do have any questions, make sure to get those entered into the questions box now. All right, our first question, from which floor do the views start at?
The views start at floor 5. And the reason being, well, actually they start at floor 4. And they're going to have Madison Square Park views, and then they're going to go on to the 23rd Street and Flatiron. And typically, and I'll go ahead and say this, because we will do upgrade at time of booking, please call me, because I can make sure they are on a higher floor and make sure they have the whatever views they prefer. That's very easy for us to do. Being that we only have, you have to remember, only 8 rooms per floor.
Great. And then how many suites do you have out of the 273 rooms?
We have 61 suites. And our suite categories start, just so you know, we have 10 room categories. I know travel advisors love the 10 room categories, but just so you know, our suite levels start at a loft a loft room and above.
And do you have a house car available?
We do have a house car available. It goes 20 blocks. So again, if you do get pushed back and you have someone that, you know, wants to be in that Times Square area, we have someone that if they want to just do a Broadway show and they have a family, we can certainly get them there. And but it is a first come, first served basis.
Great. And then let's see, is daily breakfast included with the Virtuoso amenities?
It is. The daily breakfast is included, and it will be served in the Clock Tower in our Michelin-starred restaurant.
And are connecting rooms guaranteed?
Yes, I can guarantee connectors at time of booking.
And are there any room types with 2 beds?
We do not have room types with 2 beds. However, one thing that I would suggest is if you're looking for a room with 2 beds, I would suggest that if you can always call me and I can see if I can do this. If we have a studio room and the studio room does not fit a rollaway, but the loft room above that does, I could possibly, if you booked a studio room, upgrade you to a loft and then put a rollaway in the loft room. So basically, the rollaway fits in the loft room or above, but always call me because I might have open availability where I can do that upgrade right then and there. You just have to let me know and I can see what I can do.
And then is your property pet friendly?
We are pet friendly.
And do you offer any airport transfers?
We don't have anything complimentary. However, we do work with a few companies that we can arrange pickup. Our concierge, they arrange pickup for our Virtuoso clients and returns all the time.
And is the house car both ways or drop off only?
It's typically only drop off only, unless there is a special situation where someone's getting engaged or, you know, something that we maybe can do that extra something for somebody, but typically it's only drop off. I have seen it be used both ways though. It just depends. You just have to really give me a ring and let me know the situation.
And can you offer any unique experiences or special access opportunities on the property or in the city?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
Of course. Can you offer any unique experiences or special access opportunities on the property or in the city?
Special access opportunities. We do have a few special little nooks and crannies of the hotel that we have done before on special occasions. However, that has to be kind of arranged here at the property. I don't want to open a big can of worms, but we do have some private, very cool experiences here on property that we do for special occasions. But we do all kinds of experiences at, you know, Top of the Rock, One World Trade. Our concierges are really world class at the New York edition. They have set up really magnificent experiences at the Lego store for kids. It's just depending, and they're really amazing. So they work with the city very well and definitely curate nice experiences. It just depends on the situation. Sorry if that was a little vague. Whoever asked that question, just please send me an email, and if you have something that you're thinking of, let me know and I can walk you through it.
Great. And then do you offer a welcome amenity?
We do. So we have a number of welcome amenities. Example, if I have a travel advisor, a Virtuoso advisor, call me and say, I need a half bottle of wine, or they are non-drinkers, they need strawberries, this and that, we can arrange that. It does not matter. If I don't get a phone call, what ends up happening is our amazing chefs at the hotel, we have seasonal amenities that go into the rooms, really beautiful, done for each room by the chef. Just an example, we have our gorgeous quintessential black and white cookies, with a little story about the black and white cookie, or with a bottle of wine. So we kind of curate it here at the hotel. But if you have a different idea or know the client better than us, which you normally do, obviously, please let me know and I can certainly make that happen for you. But we're open to any option that you might want to have in the room.
All right, well, that looks like all the questions that we do have for today. But before we sign off, I'd like to announce the winner for the one night stay. And today that is going to go to David Lowers from Q Cruise and Travel. So congratulations, David. I'll pass your name and contact details over to Stephanie, and she'll reach out and let you know how you can redeem that prize. And then just a reminder, Virtuosos, that a recording of this webinar will be available on the Virtuoso Travel Academy. So I'd like to thank you all so much for joining us today, and thank you so much, Stephanie, for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.